Hey guys, I'm Jack.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movies. We just saw Deadpool 2.
So we have some mixed thoughts. We were just talking, obviously, in the car on the way home. We have some mixed thoughts. We're not really sure where we stand on it. We have some things that we liked, some things that we didn't like. Like, there's like a mixture of things. So we're gonna just go through everything. Well, basically what we thought.
Just general thoughts before we go into spoilers. We're just gonna say our overall thoughts. I think that we enjoyed it. We loved the first one. The first one was really funny. Yeah. This one felt a little bit flat for me. Like, it wasn't as funny, I think, as the first one for me. Like, it was still a good movie. I just think that it was a little bit, the plot was a little crazy at times. Like, it was maybe underdeveloped. Some of the I don't know. There was just, it wasn't like what I expected it to be. Like, I think the trailer was a little bit misleading. The trailer was a little bit misleading.
There's some characters that we wish were in it more. Yeah, we don't want to give out too much in like non-spoiler if you haven't seen it. I think it was worth going to see.
Yeah, like it was good.
Would I see it again? No.
Exactly.
Like, I honestly wouldn't see this again. I would watch it. I like the first.
I would watch the first.
I would watch the first one again. This is not a movie I would break out and be like, let's watch Deadpool 2. Like, I wouldn't do that because like it was just good. It was good to go see. It wasn't like a horrible movie, but it just was good. Like, it just wasn't anything special, honestly. I don't know.
Exactly, and I think to have it come out right on the heels of Infinity War was like, obviously you don't compare these movies, but I think that, you know, we had Black Panther this year, we had Infinity War, and then to go into this, it just felt, it did, like, underwhelming almost. Like, it wasn't that, like, it wasn't that amazing like we expected it to be. But it was still good. Like, you know, we love Ryan Reynolds and we do love Deadpool, so we did like it. Like, some of the jokes were really funny, some of them were, I think the jokes in the last movie were funnier. I think so too. Yeah, some of them did go over our heads. I don't know. There was just something. I think rating wise, I'd probably give it like, maybe if I was in like, I'd probably give it like a B-. I would give it between a B- and like a C+. Yeah, right. It's like in that in between. Yeah. B-, C+, and rating scale, I would probably give it like a 6. 6.5. 6.5, I think. 6.5, because I do love Ryan Reynolds. Yes, but now we're gonna go into spoilers because we don't really have anything else to say for you guys if you haven't seen it. Yeah. So yes, let's go into it. Love the sequence in the very beginning of the movie when you have the Dolly Parton song. It's like working 9 to 5, and then you have like these montage of him like fighting, and then it was interesting how like it starts off with him being blown up. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. It was like, whoa, what? Because it's like, then, what the hell? Like, why would he do that? What just happened? Yeah. And then it goes into the story, and it really sets the tone of the film itself. Like, this was, I think, a little bit darker, I think, than the first one, actually. Deadpool was darker in this one, yeah. He was. He was more suicidal. Yeah. He was more so than, like, he was in the first one. Like, this one, he was more mourning Vanessa, which was really sad, you know, to see her go. I like how in the beginning, the line where he was like, he had said that it's a family film, and he's like, every family film starts with a death, and it's like Bambi, and he starts listing like all like the Disney films. True. Because it was really true. I like that line. That was funny. Yeah, it was funny. I like the whole opening, like the theme song. You had like Celine Dion singing, and you had like a very James Bond opening. It said like presented by like what the fuck, and it said written by the true villain or something. Like, the credits were really funny. The credits. The credits were really funny. The characters, like, obviously like Deadpool is the best character for me. Like, he's so funny. Yeah. And I like the taxi driver. I thought that he was funny in this. I kind of wish he was in this a little bit more. Yeah, because he had some really great moments. He did have good moments, especially like in the end. And also in the beginning when he's it's like that whole like fight. He's like, he goes through the window. Yeah. And he's just and then he starts driving him, and he's like I want to do something with my life. I want to do something like you do. And it's just I really like the taxi driver. I liked him too. And at the end he had that big moment too. Yeah, he was funny. I think that I had
had a different vision of this movie, I think, in my head when I saw the trailer. I think that Peter
deserved better.
An awesome character. He really was.
He deserved better.
I don't really understand why, like, I mean, that scene was really funny when they're jumping out of the plane.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Him putting together that whole team, I was waiting for it. Like, we got about like a quarter way through the movie, and I'm thinking, where's Peter? Where is he gonna? When is he gonna put together this team?
Yeah.
Like, eventually, he did put together the team when they were separated, and he had to go save Russell and all of that. But when he put together the team, I didn't expect it like that, because that was a really funny scene when they jumped out.
Yeah, I think it was.
And it was funny how they all died.
I love the whole plane conversation when he's like, "Vanish, I know you're looking good too."
Yeah.
Like, it was just so funny, like that whole thing, and how he's like,
all
"Oh, we're
X-Force." Died, and yeah, it was really funny when they died. It was
funny when they died.
It was like each one, and he's just like,
"Bad news, everyone's dead."
Bad news, everyone's dead. Like his whole team's gone, which it's fitting that would happen. But
poor Peter.
Like I feel like those were some really great characters, and we saw them for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were really funny too. And in the trailer, I thought that they were gonna have a bigger role for them.
I think that Peter could have been the funniest person in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that
he should have stuck around. He
should have been one of them. That kind of would have been like a twist if Peter was the only one. Well, he was, and then he was the last one to die. But I think that it would have been really funny if he was the only one to survive out of that plane crash because he was the most nervous. I think that would have been funny. Yeah. And we could have had Peter throughout the rest of the movie, and he could have had this big moment at the end too. And I don't know, I just felt like
I wanted more Peter.
I really did. That's really, honestly,
he was so funny.
That's really one of my biggest things with this movie, is that a lot of those characters that he put the team together are gone. They just died.
Yeah, basically. Well, because that
was one of the funniest parts of the movie, but it was still annoying.
But the real team was really like the X-Men with them, and it was like that whole family,
and that was his
like
family
Cable.
Unit, yeah,
like the ending, it really came full circle.
Peter could have fit in there. Okay.
The ending came full circle with like, oh yeah, I told you guys this was a family movie, but I just felt like to get to that point, it was just like a little bit like up and down the plot. Like it was just like, I liked Russell, I did, but not as much as I wanted to for some reason. Like I really wanted to feel for this kid, you know, he had such a sad life with the orphanage, and he was tortured, and that was actually kind of a little hard to watch, some of those scenes that they showed in the prison, like seeing all these guys get beat up all the time.
Yeah, because he's just this kid.
Yeah, he was just this kid. I felt bad for him, but I think that I wanted maybe like an extra scene of him at the end or something. Like, I don't know. For his story.
I don't know if see at the end. I think more in the beginning when like you first see him, and
something like more. I love that scene though when they went to go and rescue him, and then he goes through the window and there's like the kid, and he's like, stay in school or don't or something, and he signs the cereal box, Ryan Reynolds. That was good. Yeah, that was really funny.
I wrote down some funny lines in my notes, like the whole "you're so dark, are you sure you're not from DC?"
Like that's
the DC universe. That's one of my favorites.
That's one of the best lines.
When he's at the end when they're fighting like the big guy, and he's like, oh, big CGI fight coming up. I like that line.
It's always funny when Deadpool kind of takes you out of the movie in that way. Like those
funny lines. Yeah,
so
when he's
good.
like, oh, that was when he says those lines about how it was bad writing. Like he said that a couple of times.
Yeah, he's not like your typical superhero Deadpool, but in this film, you know, when he lost Vanessa, that really led him down like this really dark path, and he meets that dark path at the very end. Like we kept getting like these instances when he would fall into the water, and then he would have flashes with her, and there'd be like the water like in between, and it's like he couldn't get through to her, like fully get to that heaven, you know? And so to see it come full circle, and then he ends up like obviously coming back at the end, I think it was really good for his character.
I also like how Cable, I did like Cable as a character once we got his story, but it took forever. I don't know if that was just me.
That was another
I wanted to know more about him, but I thought that it took till like the end of the movie for us to really find out what this guy's deal was and his story and why he was there. I thought that just took a little too long because I kind of like lost interest in him for a while, and then once we found out, it was like, oh, okay, like he does have a good story here. And it was really sad with his family.
He just was a little bit underdeveloped too. Yeah. Like he was developed, just not so much in the beginning. Like they needed to give him more. It was just like the end of the movie. I feel like we just needed a little bit more from him, like in the middle-ish more. I don't know.
He had like a really great potential as a villain.
He had a good arc in general, like at the end, but I think that understanding him took some time.
Yeah, I mean, I liked how him and Deadpool were, they could relate in that way, that they both lost something that was very important to them. They both lost, he lost his family, and Wade lost Vanessa, so they both related to each other in that way at the end. I love the Thanos line that they gave to him, and I also love the "I'm Batman." Like there was really great lines. Like I like the prison fight sequence. I thought that was really cool. And then I love the fight sequence after the X-Force scene when they're like on like the truck and he's like, that was in the trailer. I really like that fight scene a lot. I like that they eventually did come together because I did think that he was going to be more antagonistic towards him. Like the actual villain of the story was really like the orphanage and even Russell a little bit. Another thing I really liked about the movie is I really love the music. I thought the music was really good in it. I think the problem for me with this film was I think the plot was just too choppy maybe, and I kind of fell out of it. Plot just needed to be more developed. I found myself in the theater kind of falling out of it a little. I'm not sure what it is. I'm still trying to think about what it is, honestly. I'm sorry that we're like, our thoughts are all over the place and we literally just saw it, so this is more just like first thoughts, I guess. Yeah, this is more like initial thoughts, I guess. I don't even know. Yeah, I think that we love the end credit scene. I thought the end credit scenes were really funny, but also our theater, I felt like, didn't really, they weren't laughing as much as we all were expecting to laugh when we went in the movie. Like, it was funny, but it wasn't like I thought, like, the first one was, I think, funnier for me. I expected, based on the trailer, I expected this to be funnier. Yeah, exactly. The whole ending, I actually really did think that he was dead. I thought so too. I looked at you in the theater, I was like, yeah, I was really annoyed. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Music came, like, it was like the sun will come out tomorrow. It was just like what? And then you know, the moment it really hit me that I thought he was really dead was when he saw past Vanessa and you see him turn back into Ryan Reynolds. Like, that's when I was like, oh shit, like he's really dead. And then when she's like, it's not your time. Yeah. It's like, okay. Like, alright, so there we are. And in the end credits, it ended up being that Cable went back in time and was able to save him again. Yeah, I mean, I like that twist that Cable used his last chance, really, of getting back to his family to save Deadpool. And that said a lot about his character. That did say a lot about his character in the end, so I did like that. I did like that. Like, he did have a good character arc, Cable. I just wish that it was developed a little bit earlier on in the movie. I think that was really my issue with that. But overall, I really did like Cable. Yeah, I did like him. I liked the movie. I really did like the movie. I just didn't, I wasn't as fully invested in it. Like, when I go to see a movie, like, I want to be, like, all in, you know? And I felt like for this one, I was kind of, like, in and out. Exactly. Like, it wasn't, it didn't, not like didn't hold my attention, but it didn't grasp me in the way that I really wanted it didn't like grasp you like the whole movie. Exactly, yeah. Basically, yeah. The end credits were really funny. I love the Green Lantern one, and then you had the one with like Hugh Jackman in it. That was really good. And I like the one with I like that it seemed like he went back in time, actually, and he ended up saving Vanessa at the end, because it ended up that he killed the guy that shot her. I mean, I don't really feel if that was real. I don't know if that was just like a blooper thing. I don't know if that was an actual, like, I don't know if he actually did that at the end, but that kind of like erased everything. I don't know if there's gonna be another one, or if they were just gonna do two. I'm sure they're probably gonna do another one. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do another one. That's pretty much our overall thoughts. So as you can see, there were some things that we liked, some things we didn't like, but overall it was a good movie. And yeah, we'd love to know what you guys think of the movie, and if you agree with us, if you disagree, just please be nice in the comments. Please be nice in the comments. And yeah, let's talk about the movie down in the comments below. Yes, and if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more movie reviews. The next movie is Solo. Solo, yes. You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. We are at City of the Feels. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Bye.